The Philippine Institute for Development Studies says Mindanao should brace for longer brownouts in the summer months. A PIDS study says brownouts might mirror the 10-hour-long outages seen in 2010. The study says demand for power continues to spike, but there are no additions to the baseload capacity to support the demand. PIDS urges the Energy Department to implement short-term solutions for likely peaks in the summers of 2013 and 2014. In his final speech, Pope Benedict XVI on Wednesday says God guided the Catholic Church throughout his rule as one of the oldest popes in history. Comparing the Church to a boat, Benedict says, "I always knew that the Lord is in the bark. He shall not let the boat sink." Speaking to a crowd estimated at around 150,000, the Pope says he held on to faith despite his initial worries related to his age. Pope Benedict delivers his speech a day before he steps down Thursday. Manila Archbishop Luis Antonio Cardinal Tagle leaves for Rome Tuesday evening to attend the conclave that will elect the replacement for resigned Pope Benedict XVI. Next week, 115 cardinal electors from around the world will begin meetings to decide the Church's priorities and set a start date for the conclave. There are mixed views on Tagle's chances of becoming the next pope. The U.S.-based Catholic news service says Tagle, quote, is one of the cardinals most frequently mentioned as a possible pope. But citing his age, 55 years old, archbishops in the Philippines say it is unlikely Tagle will be the next pope. Let's now look at Rappler's Wrap for today, a list of the 10 most important events around the world you shouldn't miss. At number 2, U.S. President Barack Obama warns of potential devastation from looming spending cuts, but the bickering in Washington suggests lawmakers are too far apart to strike a timely compromise. Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke sounded the alarm 72 hours before $85 billion in sequester cuts begin to bite. But the president's top Senate ally says he would prefer the budget tax to a deal that did not raise new tax revenues. At number 7, at least 5 tons of liquid waste containing sodium cyanide spew out of a tank after it was hit by a snowplow at a plating factory in northern Japan. The leak occurred when workers tried to remove snow from the site and damaged a valve on the tank where the chemical was stored. An official says snow absorbed most of the liquid and cleanup workers have been able to collect the contaminated snow. At number 8, a hot air balloon catches fire and explodes as it flies over Egypt's ancient temple city of Luxor on Tuesday, killing 19 tourists. The tourists were from Korea, Japan, and Britain, as well as 1 Egyptian. The 2 survivors, including the balloon's pilot, are taken to the hospital. And at number 10, the music industry announces Tuesday the first lift in global sales since 1999, suggesting the long-awaited fight back against the digital revolution has begun. Sales rose 0.3% to $16.5 billion in 2012, according to the International Federation of the Phonographic Industry. That represents some 1,400 record companies worldwide. For the full top 10, visit Rappler.com's The Wrap. Samsung announces the Note 8 at the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona on Monday. The same device was on display at an event in Jakarta. Josh Villanueva files this hands-on video.
Hi, I'm Michael Josh here at the show floor of the Samsung Forum in Jakarta, Indonesia. Now, Samsung has a lot of tablets in the market today, but at the Mobile World Congress just this week in Barcelona, Spain, they announced an 8-inch tablet to go head-to-head with Apple's iPad mini. They call it the Samsung Galaxy Note 8, and we're actually very lucky to have a demo unit here in our hands today. Now, we've taken a look at the device, and let me just run through some specs with you. It runs off a 1.6 gigahertz quad-core processor, 2 gigabytes of RAM. In terms of storage space, it can either have 16 gigabytes or 32 gigabytes, and if that is not enough for you, it comes with a micro SD card slot over here for expandable memory. Now, a 5 megapixel camera here in the back, and in front, a 1.2 megapixel camera. Now, what's interesting about this device is that it comes in 3 configurations. You can get it in Wi-Fi only, but it also comes in a 3G model and an LTE version, depending on which market you are. But since we're in the Philippines and we do have LTE available, then it will probably come as an LTE model in the Philippines. Now, if you get those 2 cellular models, you can actually make phone calls on this device. Now, in terms of release date and cost, we don't really know how much it's going to cost yet. Samsung hasn't really told us what price range this tablet will be in. It will be available in the second quarter of this year, so it's something to look forward to. If you're in the market for a tablet, you might want to hold off just a little bit more to get your hands on this one and maybe see if this is exactly what you're looking for.
I'm Michael Josh, Rappler, Jakarta.
Well, every story on Rappler has a mood meter which gives you 8 emotions to choose from. Click how you feel and your vote comes down to the mood navigator in the middle of the front page. That crowdsources the mood of the day. It also gives you the top 10 stories that have gotten the most votes on the story mood meter. If we take a look today, election fever is in, Aquino in, and Rita out of Magic 12, 81% happy. And 9 to 12 in survey, Team Pinoy happy, 60% happy for that. And of course, this one, just the Philippine stock market, the 3rd best in the world, 86% happy, 7% inspired. All of those green, turning the mood of the day. Today, most people are happy. Well, that's Rappler's Newscast for today, Wednesday, February 27, 2013. Visit Rappler.com and watch our newscast Monday to Friday. Tell us how you feel on our mood meter and help us crowdsource the mood of the day. I'm Maria Ressa. As we say at Rappler, tomorrow begins today.